I am back with another reading, guys. Here hanging with my sidekick, Mega Good Vibes, the Saucy Beaver, and we're on to deliver some messages from the Divine Masculine. So maybe the title of the reading is already resonating with you. I do hope the messages in the cards and in the overall reading help to validate your intuition. So these are going to be things you're already picking up on, okay? It's messages already coming through from your Divine Masculine. You can feel it maybe through telepathy or just the vibes between you two. So let's find out what your Divine Masculine wants to communicate. Universe, you know who is watching. You know who this reading has found. Please deliver divine messages from their masculine. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut the deck in half and we'll see what your masculine wants to say today. I need you right now. Let's find out why. What are they feeling romantically? We'll get the help of the romance angels. You know, it's so crazy that message comes out just because there's this YouTube short of Justin Bieber, and I think he's performing live and he's doing the song Stay, because I know I kept channeling that song in past readings, but there's that one YouTube short where he's kind of drunk and he's hanging over the stairs and he's singing, and he sounds so good singing it. Sometimes I feel like it's even better than the song itself. He even forgets the words to the song, but that's how I feel like a lot of your masculines could be feeling, okay? So make sure you guys check it out. Check out the song Stay, and then it's like this like purpley background, I think. And it's your Divine Masculines wanting to just kind of express how much they miss you. That's what I'm feeling. I'm hearing I'm back because I miss you. Okay, so some of you could have Divine Masculines that are wanting to reach out. Okay, and some of you might be wondering why it's so random or out of the blue. Some of you could be getting communication coming through from your Divine Masculine, and most of the time you're able to predict communication coming through. But I feel like this time around it's going to be really random. You're not going to be expecting it at all, okay? And one of the things they're going to say is like, I miss you. Okay, let's find out how else they're feeling with this I need you right now energy, okay? What are they romantically feeling for you? Yeah, reconciliation. A lot of you have communication that's coming through. And I feel like they're going to be really romantic about it and honest. You know, whether you guys want to entertain that, I feel like, you know, the ball's in your court here, Divine Feminine, but it's just the message here that wants to come out. I need you. I want to be with you. Someone is returning, and that's the truth that they're wanting to deliver. Many of you might be like, why are you back? Why are you returning? Well, because I miss you. I need you. I can't be without you. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. Okay, and it's not like it's everything. It's your energy that they miss, you know? Some of you might say, well, you know, I've never been with my masculine in the physical or physically. Well, you know, they miss your touch in the sense where it's like they just miss your presence. Maybe it's the good night texts. I don't know, the good morning texts, the hey, how's your day going texts. They miss that touch. They miss someone caring about them is what I'm getting. They can't find this in anyone else either. I mean, they might be with people who are, let's say, attractive on the outside. They might, I don't know, like have money, look really flashy, whatever the case is, but like there's no like depth to their personality. I feel like that's what your Divine Masculine misses is someone who has depth, like someone who actually cares about them. Okay, what else can we get coming up after reconciliation? Once they do return, what can you expect, Divine Feminine? Okay, so we have engagement, which is your love life ascending to a higher level of commitment. And this has been coming up a lot because I did get in one of the past readings like a very sincere energy coming through. It could be like a sincere apology, a sincere heartfelt expression about how someone feels about you. And that ends up taking things to the next level because I feel like whatever type of truth they have to express, it could mean that you two are going to be spending more time together. Just things getting a little bit more serious than they are now. Maybe you guys are used to just like texting or talking over the phone, and part of your love life ascending to a higher level of commitment is now meeting in person and being able to see what it's like to exchange eye contact or touch each other's hands or even kiss. make love for some of you. But whatever it is, some type of intimacy is wanting to occur to take this connection between you two to a higher level of commitment. And maybe that's why they need you right now, right? It's like they want that commitment. I feel like a lot of your masculines are experiencing that change. Like for those of you who resonate with these types of readings, I feel like many of your masculines are ready for like a deep sense of commitment. And in the past, they've always been afraid of that. And the reason they've been afraid of that is because I don't want to experience that, because it's going to get fucked up in some way. I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to lose it. Maybe she'll cheat on me. Maybe he'll cheat on me, depending on your dynamic, but what I'm trying to say here is they would cancel out commitment before they even got a chance to experience it. It's almost like many of you had masculines who moved very like pessimistically about love, never wanting to fall too deep because they expected disappointment. It's like, what's the point? I'll be disappointed anyway. So they always kept it very surface level, and they would also attract very surface level partners as well. And the thing about that too, another message I'm getting with that is that I feel like deep down inside, many of your masculines, they want commitment, okay? And they would always wonder to themselves why they would always attract very shallow people who weren't willing to go the distance with them, or who were maybe like materialistic, or just didn't, like I'm hearing they attracted a lot of partners who just didn't have common sense about how to move in relationships. Like, how you're supposed to move when you care about someone, the little details, things you're supposed to look out for and, watch out for. They've never had someone like that. And deep down inside, they would always wonder why. And I feel like many of your masculines are discovering that why is because you do actually want commitment. You've just never found the right person to kind of feel that spark with, to want to be able to give that to. For a lot of your masculines, they found that within you, but they messed it up. We have unrequited love, okay? There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This could have been a divine feminine who, it's like there might have been all of the physical chemistry, the physical attraction, but when it came down to knowing you at the core, you make people accountable. Divine feminine, okay? You could have scared off this masculine where it was like you experienced unrequited love, but not because of like the chemistry and attraction. It's not that what I'm trying to say is like, it's not that it wasn't there, okay? It was there, but there was something about your energy that made things too serious, too quick. I think in one of the readings, we had the reflections and projection card come out, and that's what's coming to mind here. It's like now this person wants all of this commitment with you, but I feel like in the past, your energy offered that right off the bat. And that's what they were not willing to invest in, because I feel like for some of your masculines, there's got to be some catch, okay? And that's why they might have ghosted you. They might have walked away. They might have continued living a very materialistic and shallow life and chosen that in place of choosing something that now they're wanting. Now they see the truth. Now they've opened up their eyes. Now they've ascended a little bit deeper. Maybe they've experienced some harsh truths and started realizing that the unrequited love that they might have been feeling for you in the past, divine feminine, the reason they were feeling that is because they weren't in a healthy place to recognize what it's like to want and attract healthy love, like healthy relationships. And I feel like you provided that, and at the time it made all of the attraction and chemistry fizzle away because you weren't willing to be shallow like this divine masculine. Maybe you weren't willing to engage in third parties, or kind of like this hit and run type of thing, right? Like friends with benefits and things like that. You weren't willing to entertain that with this divine masculine. It was very like a clean, pure energy, and they took that for granted, or they saw it as a turn off, or like you weren't easy enough. That's what it is. You weren't easy enough. I feel like this unrequited love had to do maybe even a little bit of thinking that you were too good for them, divine feminine, because I feel like a lot of you in the past, like a lot of your masculines are feeling foolish because they became too arrogant too quick. You know, it was like the type of person that you were. In a way, they saw you as feeling like you were too good for them and they wanted to teach you a lesson. But in hindsight, now that they've matured or ascended a little bit, they now want to attract, you know, that type of energy. You know, it's like now they're craving, you know, a partner who, you know, has self-respect, who has self-worth. You know, it's like, I feel like a lot of your masculines are feeling foolish and very regretful for ever thinking to themselves, she's not easy enough, you know, or he's not like easy to control enough, okay, depending on who's the feminine here in the dynamic, okay, because I know sometimes men can resonate with the feminine energy, and if you guys are perceiving it as such, then sometimes it can be like a masculine woman who's like, you know what, he's not easy enough to control or like manipulate, you know. It's like many of you are just kind of straightforward, you speak truth, you speak bluntly. So that's what I'm getting here. And I feel like now that your masculine is looking back, you know, like they're kind of looking at themselves like, how could I have been so stupid? Like, how could I have been so foolish? It's like this is the type of person that you want to have in your life, you know. And I feel like now they're looking back and it's like, it's not that you never thought that you were too good. It's just you had standards, you had expectations. You expect people to treat you a certain way, divine feminine, because you treat others in that exact way. You have that respect for other people, you know. So yeah, there's definitely a divine masculine here that's wanting to come back and make a better impression, okay, having a lot of realizations, needing someone like you right now is what I'm getting here. That could also be another message for some of you, someone like you. I need someone like you right now. It's like they could be having realizations about, again, the types of situations that they may be currently in. And it's like time and time again, you know, things may be nice and shiny on the outside, but when they get, you know, up close and personal, they realize it's something like fool's gold. You know, it looks shiny from afar, you know, and it's like you wasted all this time traveling toward that object that was like, every time the sun hit it, it glistened. It's like only to get there and realize, like, it's like, oh shoot, this is an old candy wrapper. That's just like all shiny. That's the impression that I'm getting, like for many of your masculine, or that's the vision I see, is that, you know, they had something very, very sturdy and grounded. But at the same time, because their vibration was off, you know, you seemed, you know, not as thrilling, divine feminine. It felt safe with you, okay? And when the masculine was in this really like imbalanced energy, I feel like, you know, they wanted someone who was wild and willing to go the distance and do whatever and, you know, engage in all sorts of lower vibrational things. You know, for them, they didn't see it as lower vibrational at the time, but I feel like you, divine feminine, if you're like that high priestess energy, you know, then you already perceive these things as lower vibrational. It's like, you know, the effects of it on like your spirit or your aura. And again, back in the day, I feel like many of you appeared as very different to your divine masculine. Like as you appeared with such wisdom, or you might have spoken certain types of truths, they might have looked at you like, yeah, like, you know, boring. But now they're in a position to really want to attract that again into their life. Let's get a message on how they see you, divine feminine. What is your energy like? What are you doing? What are you up to, divine feminine? Why are your masculines wanting to come towards you so badly? How do they see you at this time? Oh. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the reading here with the feminine's energy. Okay, so we have renewal, review the past and present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. I think they see you as moving on, moving forward, you also provide this energy of renewal as well to your divine masculine. It's funny that the old man is in the card there because it kind of just reminds me of the energy that some of your masculines felt when they first approached you. It's like this old soul, and it's like, again, many of you came up against a lot of masculines that were really grounded into this whole material world, right? This party lifestyle, this wild lifestyle, like just drugs, alcohol, women, young women, naive women. So when it came to you, you did experience this unrequited love from this person, because I feel like you appeared here as this kind of like bookworm. You know too much, you nose in the air, you think you're just better than everybody else type of thing. But it wasn't that. It's just that's how you are, divine feminine. Like, if this reading has found you, you're just the type of person where it's like you're fixed. You don't change for anything or anyone. You know yourself. You know your truth. You know your worth. And so you didn't appear as like that naive type of like, and so many of your masculines were attracted to that, right? Like those types of energies made them feel in control, but not anymore. Not with all of the ascension that's happening with this divine masculine. It's like now they can't be bothered with those energies because they don't provide renewal or growth. And that's what your masculines are craving. They're seeking right now, because you are coming off as the Empress. You're desirable. This one's kind of old looking creature here, this bookworm, I don't mean to call the old man a creature, but it's like, you know what I mean. Maybe because there's like that elf creature there in the background, but I feel like that was maybe you guys in that period of like hermiting or hitting like the dark night of the soul, or connecting with your masculine at a time where many of you were growing a lot of your spiritual gifts. But now that I feel like you've mastered many of your spiritual gifts, you are desirable. You are the prize. I feel like whoever you are in your immediate community, including your divine masculine and his people, I feel like you shine. Okay, you are a leading example to others. Others want to be like you. Others are talking about you a lot more than you realize, okay? And that's, particularly why this person is wanting to come back in hot and heavy, feeling really remorseful about this unrequited love. It's like the chemistry and attraction was there initially, and then it's like they got to know you, and this is kind of the energy that they felt, right? It's like, oh, why does this person trigger me so much? Like, I just want to party. I just want to live life. I just want to be free. And it's like every time I'm around this person, they keep triggering me to think deeper and to dig deeper, and I don't like it. I just want to party, and I'm hearing party and bullshit and party and bullshit. But now it's like I feel like maybe this is a divine masculine who may be getting older, and that whole party and bullshit is getting boring. Okay? And now here you are, divine feminine, with this renewal energy. It's like all of a sudden you went from this to feeling very like youthful, or you're appearing very youthful, very vibrant, very happy, just very abundant, really attractive, a magnetic. Okay, that's how others see you right now, including your divine masculine. We also have reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation, sadness that will heal with time. Okay, so right now many of you are in the process of moving away or walking away, and it's maybe not the easiest thing to do, but it's something that's necessary with swords energy here coming up. Okay, you've got those swords out because it's a necessary part of moving forward. But for those of you who haven't made the decision to move forward yet, maybe you might have been waiting for a particular confirmation as to where it is your masculines are at right now. Once you guys take on this energy of moving in a different direction, away from whatever cycles are happening to force separation on you both, take away your focus from there and you move forward, I feel like reconciliation tends to happen once the divine feminine is able to get into this Three of Swords energy, Three of Winter. Okay, sometimes it's got to be maybe like that bit of a cold shoulder energy I was talking about, I think, in yesterday's reading. Okay, a lot of you are doing that. You're given the cold shoulder, and I feel like in turn, what it's doing is it's kind of like transforming the energies in the divine masculine. It's like wherever you are, that's where they want to be. That's what I'm getting, even energetically. Okay, I feel like whatever you're doing right now, your masculine wants to be doing the masculine version of that. Some of you could be entrepreneurs. You know, you could be acting like you're retired early. I don't know what that means for some of you, but it's like some of you live life and you might be really young and it seems like you're partially retired, or you might do very little for work, but the universe rewards you in like tenfold all the time. Okay, whatever you're doing, I feel like many of your masculines want to be doing that also. Okay, and so do a lot of other people that are watching you in your immediate community. All right, guys, so that's what me and the saucy beeves, the sleepy beeves, have for you guys for today. We love you. Take it easy, and we will catch you in the next reading, okay? All right, bye, guys.